the ideal of seva paramo dharma, or service before self. Cross swords for the army's martial valor. The anchor for the stability of the navy. The Himalayan eagle for the Air Force's aspiration to touch the skies with glory. With its tri-service ethos, it has translated the dreams of our founding fathers into reality. Get ready to experience the stupendous journey and priceless heritage of India's pride, the National Defence Academy.
Hello and welcome viewers, you're watching the special presentation of Sansad TV. The National Defence Academy exam is one of the most popular exams in India meant for candidates looking to join the Indian Defence Services. The UPSC conducts this exam every year. The NDA exam can be attempted after 10+2 by candidates who want to join the NDA. It's an extremely competitive exam with strict standards. In this edition, let's take a closer look on how to join the NDA.
The unique achievement of the NDA is perhaps fostering of jointmanship, the Brahma Astra of tomorrow's warfare. The NDA, therefore, is a very unique model which focuses on developing lasting bonds of friendship to ultimately spur that elusive inter-services cooperation that is so very essential for synchronization of all components of military power in order to address a common military objective. Therefore, the entire training is characterized by trust and confidence in each other's service, mutual respect for each other's capability and healthy cooperation. The cradle of leadership is also the nursery of jointmanship, such that transgresses all bureaucratic and turf-related hurdles during the later part of each other's careers and facilitates synergy between the olive greens, the Prussian blues and the sky blues, turning them all maroon when it really matters.
I wish all students aspiring to join the National Defence Academy the very best, and I also congratulate you on making this great choice. Many of you have successfully cleared the written exam conducted by the UPSC and are now preparing to face the Services Selection Board. At NDA, we expect a cadet to be physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. In fact, at the SSBs, also similar qualities are being judged in the candidates. A candidate with a balanced and well-rounded personality is likely to be selected by the SSB. The SSBs have a unique system to summarize a well-rounded personality through various officer-like qualities. They have defined such officer-like qualities and they evaluate whether the candidate actually possesses these qualities or not through various tests. How a candidate is thinking is evaluated through a detailed psychological test. How a candidate performs as part of a group is evaluated by the Group Training Officer, also known as the GTO, and how a candidate is speaking and conveying his ideas logically is evaluated through an interview conducted by the interviewing officer. Now, the question is, how does one actually prepare to face the services selection board and also eventually do well after having joined the National Defence Academy. The first and foremost is to get an idea of as to what actually happens at the services selection board. You all must be thinking about it. Once a candidate is aware of this process, he or she will not be caught off guard. A candidate is expected to be transparent and truthful in his approach while facing the services selection board. Any candidate who is confident, thinks logically, and has a good amount of reasoning ability is likely to do well during the services selection board and also while he is at the National Defence Academy. The best means to prepare for the services selection board is to adopt the policy of honesty, truthfulness, and logical thinking in your daily routine for these qualities to naturally reflect during the selection process. At this stage, I will also recommend that you improve your general awareness regarding issues of national and international importance.
The Army training team at the NDA trains the cadets to be proficient in basic soldiering skills, to understand and imbibe the mechanics of leading a section as part of a platoon in combat. Herein, endeavour is made to imbibe into a cadet plethora of qualities which makes the bedrock for transformation into an ideal leader and gallant soldier. They follow the battlecraft of the past while using modern age technical gadgets like GPS and simulators to give a glimpse of futuristic combat to a cadet and hone the basic skills today which will make them a scholar warrior capable of understanding modern warfare in future. The aim of the naval training team is to ensure that all naval cadets imbibe basic knowledge of navigation, seamanship and bridgemanship in both theoretical and practical aspects. In order to introduce cadets to sailing and enhance familiarization with water, a sailing expedition is conducted for naval cadets. During the expedition, they are exposed to sailing in whalers, appreciation of wind direction, honing of skills to sail whaler boats, and basic principles of sailing. Before taking to the skies, the budding aviators are thoroughly familiarized with their machines. This gives them an insight into the working of the aircraft system and all procedures and techniques to be followed to get airborne into the blue skies. Attention is given to all aspects of flying training to enable the cadets to be in line with Air Force ethos prevalent in the flying training establishments or units of the Indian Air Force. The trainees also fly sorties as part of their syllabus. The training equips the cadets with mental, moral and physical attributes to cope with battlefield challenges and lead troops to victory in conventional, non-conventional and asymmetrical conflicts.
Only unmarried male or female candidates between the age group of 16.5 to 19.5 can join the NDA. So if you're nurturing your NDA dream, here's what you need to know.
So if you are nurturing your NDA dream, here's what you need to do. The entrance test of the NDA is held twice a year, NDA 1 and NDA 2. The first notification is issued in January and the second notification comes around June. The first entrance exam is conducted around April and the second around September. NDA application form comprises of 2 parts. The examination is conducted by Union Public Service Commission and the interested candidates can apply online at the official website www.upsconline.nic.in. A candidate must be an unmarried male or female and must be a citizen of India or a subject of Nepal. or a person of Indian origin who has migrated from Pakistan, Burma, Sri Lanka and East African countries of Kenya, Uganda, the United Republic of Tanzania, Zambia, Zaire and Ethiopia or Vietnam with the intention of permanently settling in India. For Army, the educational qualification is 12th pass of 10+2 pattern of school or equivalent examination by a state education board or a university. For Air Force and Navy, 12th pass of 10+2 pattern of school or equivalent with physics, chemistry and mathematics conducted by a state education board or a university. Candidates must be physically and mentally fit according to the prescribed physical standards or guidelines given in the notification. To be deemed medically fit, a candidate must be in good physical and mental health and free from any disease or syndrome or disability that is likely to interfere with the efficient performance of military duties in any terrain, climate or season, including sea, air or in remote areas in austere conditions with no medical aid. Candidates also should be free of medical conditions which require frequent visit to medical facilities and use of any drug or aid. A candidate who has resigned or withdrawn on disciplinary grounds from any of the training academies of armed forces is not eligible to apply.
Selection procedure encompasses 3 stages, which include a written test conducted by UPSC, an interview by service selection boards or SSBs, and finally the medicals. Post clearing of all these stages, final merit list is prepared and successful candidates are invited to join the academy subject to the vacancies available for each service. Detailed instructions regarding the eligibility and selection procedure are published biannually in form of gazette notifications, and everyone must read these notifications carefully before applying for National Defence Academy.
Here's how you need to prepare for your NDA exam. The written test consists of 2 papers, mathematics and the general ability test or interview. The UPSC conducts written examination of the candidates. UPSC prepares a list of candidates who obtain the minimum qualifying marks in written examination. Such candidates appear before a services selection board for intelligence and personality tests. Candidates for the Army and Navy wings are assessed on officers' potentiality, while candidates for Air Force, in addition to the above, will have to qualify the computerized pilot selection system. 2-stage selection procedures based on psychological aptitude test and intelligence test. All the candidates will be put through stage 1 tests on the first day of reporting at the selection center. Only those candidates who qualify stage 1 will be admitted to the second stage or the remaining tests. The qualified candidates are placed in a single combined list on the basis of total marks secured by them in written examination and services selection board test. The final allocation or selection to Army, Navy or Air Force will be made up to the number of vacancies available subject to the eligibility, medical fitness and merit cum preference of the candidates. The documents required are income tax certificate showing the exact income of parents from all sources, risk certificate on non-judicial stamp paper, legal agreement, bond on non-judicial stamp paper, original 10th certificate and mark sheet, original 12th certificate and mark sheet, Aadhaar card and PAN card. You can send in all your queries regarding NDA at the email ID or contact on the landline number 020-252-91700.
The passing out parade marks the completion of a successful term, held at the Khetrapal Parade Ground. The unique parade comprises over 1,000 participating cadets who bid farewell to their senior colleagues. The adjutant on the horse accompanies the passing out cadets to the final steps. A masterly display of the drill movement, synchronized with the accompanying band, embed long-lasting memories in participants as well as viewers. On successful completion of the course, Army cadets proceed to Indian Military Academy at Dehradun, Naval cadets to the Indian Naval Academy at Ezimala, and Air Force cadets to the Air Force Academy at Dindigul in Hyderabad. After completion of 1 year of training at their respective academies, they are commissioned as officers into their respective services.
All the best for your NDA preparations. Go ahead, achieve your goal.
more programs of Sansad TV, subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to like and share them.